Welcome to Atlantic Canada Cooks. Michelle here with my mom, Helen.
Morning.
And you know what we're saying? Like, Happy New Year, season's greetings, happy holidays, Feliz Navidad. It's been an amazing holiday season, hasn't it, Mom?
It is.
And it is December 28th.
Already.
I know, we're a few days before the New Year's.
The year has gone by.
Yeah, lots to celebrate in the year. We're so excited, and thank you for joining us today. And we're gonna give you just a really great 30-minute meal. But the best part of it is it's an amazing meal to celebrate with friends. And that is some chicken fajitas.
Yum.
Yum. We love fajitas. And you can turn the same ingredients into tacos or quesadillas. So many different things. And I've got my holiday, festive, New Year's headband on. We're gonna get things going. I have my...
I know, it's crooked.
I know, it's crooked.
There you go.
My new necklace with Morocco on it. Look, and Mom, we're just gonna say a super hi to Morocco this morning. Yeah. The best part of New Year's is everybody is celebrating it all over the world. It's sort of that one holiday or day of the year that everybody is celebrating at the same time. So we love that. Have a safe and happy one, we say, but let's get some food cooking. So hopefully, and just start with the beautiful ingredients in front of us. And we always say, and my coffee. I gotta put my coffee over here. So we're gonna get this recipe started and build it in layers. We have our frying pans on behind us, and they're just warming up. We've got 2 frying pans. Just add a little bit more olive oil. And we're getting them hot because the thing about this recipe, as most, you wanna put your ingredients into a hot frying pan. And you don't need a lot of different spices with this one. So look here in front of me, we've got some absolutely beautiful red and yellow peppers. You could use green, you can use orange, whatever. I don't use a lot of the green pepper in this one because it has a much stronger, distinctive flavor. And then we've got these beautiful, they say red onions, but let's say they're purple. And we've got them cut. The peppers, you wanna make sure you're just cutting into strips. Nice and easy. We don't want them to be small because it's part of how these fajitas are gonna come together. And in here, the same thing with your onions. You're just cutting them into strips so it's nice and easy. So I'm gonna give these to Mom. We're gonna put the onions in one bowl and we're gonna put the peppers in the second bowl, frying pan. Right. So let's get these into the frying pan. And I think what I'm gonna do, Mom, is I'm gonna just take half of these ones and you can set those over there.
Okay.
And because we're gonna kind of do a fajita for one right now. There we go. There's the sizzle that we want. So while those are sizzling, we're gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in with those. But what I am gonna do, I've got some fresh garlic here. And I've got my chicken. So we wanna get this chicken seasoned. And we just want to get it seasoned so that I'm just look at this. I love having technology going with us today. Here we go. So we're going to get the chicken seasoned because we want it to sit a little bit. So I've taken a beautiful chicken breast and I have just filleted it in half. So it's nice and thin. This way it cooks a little quicker. So we had a lot of guests this year on Atlantic Canada Cooks, and I'm so thankful for everybody. But Cynthia from Axe to Grind, she was the gift that just keeps on giving. This is her taco seasoning, and what I love about this seasoning is you can use it on everything. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some across the top of my chicken, and I'm just gonna get it, and you do not need a lot. And the beautiful thing is she is using really high quality ingredients. You can just, I can smell it right here. But I am gonna flip that over so we can add a little bit more seasoning to the other side. It smells amazing. And I know, Mom, we've had this seasoning already. We love fajitas. We've actually had them a couple times in the last couple of weeks because it's a super healthy one as well. So this we're just gonna sit aside just to let that seasoning get into the chicken a little bit. So I'm gonna sit this over by Mom. Once our onions and peppers are done, I'm gonna be using use the same frying pan. Now, many places are gonna tell you when you're cooking, cook your onions and things together. I prefer to have them separate. Why? So that you get the rich flavor of those peppers and you get the rich flavor of the onions. Now, the other thing is we're cooking these on about a medium to a little bit higher temperature because the goal is to get a little bit of a sear, or you're gonna see in the recipe that I put in, a little crunchy. So we're gonna be able to see that come together. Mom, this looks good. And you can see those sizzling in the pan, those a little flip. And they're gonna cook down. So it looks like a lot, but that's gonna cook down. And look at the beautiful colors. Did you put some salt and pepper in both already?
Did.
Awesome. So with fajitas, you need a few different things to go with them. So we've got our beautiful seasoning here. So what do I have? We're gonna make a salsa and we're gonna make a little guacamole, which are incredible to go with the fajitas. And I thought I'd have a little fun today and do a mango salsa. So here in this bowl, our ingredients that we're gonna want, we've got some limes. I've got some of this nice fresh garlic. I'm also gonna give Mom just a little bit of this garlic. I'm actually gonna cut into slices. This is a nice big garlic clove. I'm gonna cut these into slices and I'm gonna add these in with the onions. Now, we just need a rough chop. They don't need to be perfect. And the reason is they also add some extra nice flavor into those fajitas. And who doesn't like garlic? Again, when you look at this recipe, it is full of health and wellness. So, which is a big wish that we have for everybody this holiday season and for the new year, is to get in your kitchen. Get back in that kitchen and spend time with family and friends. There we go. It's a palm full of garlic. And I'm gonna put that in with the onions, Mom. There we go. They already smell unbelievable cooking us. So I'm gonna keep going with my garlic, and I'm gonna cut up the rest of the garlic I have here because I'm gonna be mincing this. So we're gonna do a little trick. I'm gonna take the side of my knife, just give that garlic a smash, as we say. And why we do this is it brings the flavor and the oils out of the garlic. And it gives it, it releases that intense garlic flavor. So we're gonna run our knife through this and we're gonna build our salsa and our guacamole. And it's interesting because...
You're coming in blurred.
Okay, so thanks, Greta. I love our Zoom audience on here. My Aunt Greta's here. And I love it. She's in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And then we've got friends here from St. John. We've got Halifax. And so often we've got our friends here from Japan, Morocco, and other countries. So you can zoom in and kind of be in the kitchen or say hi to our YouTube audience. So we've got our garlic. We're going to set that aside. And I've got these are beautiful, nice fresh tomatoes. So we're gonna cut those tomatoes and we're just gonna cut them whatever size you want, really. These are nice and juicy. There's one key. I'm gonna leave some of that juice behind on the board because we don't want our salsa over watery. And I like to do just a fresh one. If you wanna do these fast, there's some beautiful fresh store-bought ones. You can really get salsa almost anywhere. But again, taking the time with fresh ingredients, always a good idea. And I know sometimes in Canada, we wonder how fresh are the tomatoes. We do a lot of importing, but we've also got a lot of really great vendors here that grow in greenhouses. And I'll have to post some pictures later because it is an incredibly sunny day here. And the sun will warm up these cool temperatures. Look how juicy those tomatoes are. Oh, those smell delicious, Mom.
I know.
Yeah. I know, it's a little bit of stirring, getting things going. Well, I hope everybody's got some fun or relaxing, enjoyable New Year's plans. It's a great time to spend with family and friends, with the people that bring us joy. Look at this. That was a juicy tomato. And I've got some of those afterwards. I'm going to be using those for sauce. I think I'm going to need 2 paper towels for that one. There we go. Just clean that up. So we've got our tomatoes. And then in this bowl, I've already diced up some nice red onions. I'm looking at the color in the bowl. And so I'm going to put about 1/4 of the amount that I did to tomatoes, because this is a little bit more like a pico de gallo. And in saying that, I hear things going on here, Mom. Those peppers are cool. Look at that. So just before, all right, Mom.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Now we need to turn that burner down.
Yeah.
So you see that pan is nice and hot. Look at the sear. Wow. And this, I can already smell that amazing seasoning. Let's get that back on the pan. And those look good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a timer on there for 2 minutes, but I don't know if it's gonna take that long, Mom. Just get a good sear on either side. All right, let's get our garlic. I'm gonna take half my garlic that I had and put it in here with my salsa. The other thing I have is some really nice fresh cilantro. And this is where cilantro is one of the best ingredients. Love it. You definitely want cilantro for this, not parsley. And we're just gonna give this a rough chop.
So you just want 1/2 in?
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. And remember when you're doing cilantro, the stems, unbelievable flavor. I love this particular herb because you're really not wasting any of it. There we go. So about this amount, run my knife through just a tiny bit more. Such a beautiful recipe. Look, it's almost like Christmas colors that are in it as well. Right, so we've got our onions, we've got our garlic, cilantro, and now I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper. That's gonna be a perfect sear, Mom. Some salt. You really always want a little bit of salt, especially with tomatoes. It really enhances the flavor in that. We'll get a spoon here. We'll give this a stir. Oh, looks great. So the freshness in this is really wonderful. If you like heat, add a jalapeno or any hot pepper. We're gonna add some lime. And this is the thing about fajitas, you really do want the lime versus lemon. It's great with, I actually did this recipe one time with oranges. It's the acid that we want. Look at that. There we go. We're gonna let that sit. Looks amazing. Now, that's fast, and our guacamole is gonna be equally as fast. So I've got a beautiful avocado here, and I've taken my knife, scored it around the side, right? And those seeds, look at that one's gonna fall right out. And they come out really easy. And I'm just gonna run my spoon around the inside. Look at that. Get that. And our other one, nice. Off to the side. Put this here. I'm immediately gonna get some lime juice on my avocado because that's another thing that helps it so it doesn't brown. So we're gonna get that lime on there. So off to the side. I'm gonna use a little bit of that diced onion in here as well. Not as much because we don't wanna overpower the avocado, which is a lot more delicate. That off to the side. And of course, we want some of that nice garlic in there. And I hope what you're seeing is these recipes pair really well together because you're using some of the same ingredients. But now we're gonna get one more of those juicy tomatoes. And I like to add just a tomato into here. And I know the other thing that we do need to get, Mom, we get everything out of those pans.
Yeah.
We're going to be heating up one of our shells. This recipe is gonna come together really fast, and I just have to get those. So I'm gonna use a little bit of tomato. I definitely don't want, I wanna use just the tomato skin in this so that with the flesh. It's a bigger piece, cut that. And not the juice because we don't want our guacamole runny, as one would say. So I'm gonna take my fork and my knife. Isn't that funny? That avocado is perfectly soft. And I like mine just a little chunky. So we're just gonna run that knife through. Look at that, it's gonna be perfect. And I know avocados are one of my favorite. They're so healthy. Get some more avocados into your day. I start most of my days now with an avocado smoothie. So that certainly is wonderful. Look at that. We're gonna give that a stir. And of course, very similar to our salsa, we're gonna add a little bit of the cilantro into this recipe as well. And it's the same thing. But I'm seeing my mango here. So I am gonna add one other ingredient to that salsa. Mom, you can just hit cancel on that stove. There we go. Always good to use timers in your kitchen. Keeps you on track, and especially when you're cooking food that you don't want to miss for timing. Now, normally when we do this, we would wait and have our chicken, so the chicken is coming off last, so it stays hot and sizzly. But we're gonna pull this all together. There. See, the little bit of red just makes it look good too, right? You don't want too much tomato. It kind of gives it color. It spruces it up.
A juicy bite in there.
Exactly, just the right amount. Look, that's perfect. So we're gonna move, this is great. I'm gonna take our extra tomatoes. No wasting at all, right? And so one of the things I do love to do, you can set that behind you, Mom, is put something, you can add different things to your salsa. And now today, what I'm gonna be doing, ooh.
Oh, smells good.
Smells good. And we've got this nice mango. Mom, if you can get me a new spoon. So I don't want a lot of the mango, it's just a bit. I love the mango in this particular recipe versus other fruits because mango isn't overly sweet, right? Mango's got a nice tangy flavor to it. Here, give that a try, Mom.
Me?
Yeah, it's just straight mango.
Oh, it's good.
Right? So I'm gonna dice this mango up. The other thing, it's gonna look pretty in the salsa. Fine, look at this, fine dice all the way through. Do you know what's funny, Mom? The tortillas are right in behind here in the cupboard. Might be easier. Here, you stir this in for me, and I'll get our tortillas. How pretty that looks. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. The colors in these recipes are amazing. Give that a good stir, Mom. And I think I need to put a little salt and pepper into that as well. Right?
It smells good, and that little bit of mango makes it just a tiny bit of sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
So a little bit more salt, a little salt and pepper in here. There we go. Give that a good stir. Wow. That was fast. Did you put the chicken in that tagine? Good job, Mom. Keeping it warm.
That's good.
Good? I feel like we want a taste test.
Smells so good too.
Well, in the last few minutes, you're gonna see how this recipe comes together. And these are a beautiful shell. I love these ones for a wrap. This is they're 50% corn and 50% flour. So that's what makes this really fantastic. So you get a little bit of both, and we'll get that together. But we do need to heat them up just a tiny bit. So we've got our frying pan back here. Ooh, I think we got some pepper on there. And this is the same frying pan we had our chicken in. I'm just gonna warm this up a little bit on the back here. And are you ready to bring these together, Mom? Yeah. Whoa, look how, that just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
First of all, we're gonna assemble.
Smell that little bit of tang.
I'm gonna taste it. I'll get, oh yeah. Yum, yum, yum. And the guacamole, again, a good cook definitely tastes their food before they serve it. Give that a stir. Give this a taste. Try enough. Absolutely perfect. I'm gonna set this off to the side. Yeah, that would be perfect, Mom. We've got a really big tagine here, but I think we've got everything in it. Am I right, Mom? All of our ingredients?
Yeah.
So I'm using this tagine because great multi-purpose use. You'll see me cooking in it later this week. You're gonna see some new live recipes, but it holds the heat. I have a couple of different pans that do that, so that way you can get everything ready. And let's do a little unveiling here, because this is gonna look amazing.
There you go.
Whoa, look at that. But we've got a couple more ingredients to top off our beautiful tagine, our fajitas in the tagine. There we go. You see here, Mom, that chicken is perfectly seared. We've got our peppers, but notice the caramelization on the peppers, okay?
Yeah.
I want you to see that color on the peppers because it looks amazing. And the onions and the garlic, perfectly cooked, Mom, like awesome. Because you want that little bit of color and brown. And I'll hold that up so everybody can see. So this is really ready. The only thing we need to do now is build this machine. So I'm gonna set these beautiful ingredients off to the side. Can you just take those two behind you, Mom? There. So let's build our fajita. And I hope that you take time to build this recipe with your family and friends because you won't be sorry. So we've got our shell all warmed up and I just need to cut my chicken. There we go, we've got our knife and fork. I'm gonna move this in front of me. It is a big tagine. There we go. And we wanna cut our chicken just into strips. Perfectly cooked, Mom. And we cut that chicken into strips and it's nice and juicy. You can see the seasoning on the side. I'm gonna sneak a taste. Oh yeah. Now, marinating your chicken for a few hours ahead with the seasoning, also a great idea. And we're gonna publish how you make the seasoning, or you can find a really good taco or fajita seasoning near you. All right, so let's build this amazing meal. So I think that there's an order that you do this in. I actually like to put a little bit of my cheese on the bottom. And the reason is it kind of, when you put your hot ingredients on top, it all kind of comes together. So we're gonna put some of our chicken. And I hope you see here, this is a half of chicken breast. I'm gonna be a little bit generous in that one. I'm hungry. And look at this. We're gonna take these beautiful onions, and when you make this dish with friends, you're gonna be able to put, people can put as much onion or as much pepper as they want in their fajita. And I like using the smaller shells because then you could go have a couple of them and change the variants a little bit. So we're gonna put a little bit of guacamole. I love this because it adds a smoothness, like a creaminess inside. And then, of course, we're going to top it off with that unbelievable mango salsa. Now, when I do the mango salsa, Mom, sometimes I do put that jalapeno in there for a little kick. I didn't because my mother doesn't love hot. So, and some people, which we'll do today, just do a tiny little extra sprinkle of the cheese. So let's have a look at that. Are you hungry?
Like lunch.
How's that look, Mom?
Looks like lunch.
Looks like lunch. What we're going to be doing is we're going to make sure that we send that off. The one time Michelle has forgotten her phone and can't take a picture. Okay. I guess there's no pictures. Do you have a phone?
Not with me.
Well, we're going to wrap up this episode and not worry about pictures. Oh, look, there we go. Love it when our support has a phone.
Yummy.
Because you know I'm taking a bite of that, which is really going to ruin any other part of the picture. Perfect. All right. Are we ready?
We'd like to just bite in the middle.
Oh, no.
You can't.
The end is perfect. You can see, and the nice thing is you're going to get everything in every bite. Mom.
I know.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed our simple fajita recipe, but I'm laughing. There is one ingredient I had over here, which is one of your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Is a little bit of sour cream. And you don't need the sour cream, obviously, because I'm eating it without it. But I know Mom loves her sour cream, so we're going to put a bite here for you. And I want to say thanks, Mom, because you cooked all those ingredients so perfectly. And when you have that little bit of sear on everything, you want to trade? Stand over there. When you have that little bit of sear in the vegetables, it adds a caramelization and adds flavor. Go for it. How's that?
Good. Lovely. Oh.
Well, what we'll say is from our kitchen to yours, we wish you all the best health and wellness in 2026. Thank you so much for joining us. You're going to see lots of fun new things for 2026, some short recipes. Stay healthy and have fun. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.